Anything else that you learned in the private sector about culture that you're hoping to apply?
One of the things that I learned in the private sector early on is that every organization mirrors its leader. When I was at a customer where the customer was late for every meeting, I was late for every meeting. When I was at a customer where punctuality was important, I was very punctual. So I learned that you have to lead by example. You can stand up in front of people and tell them what to do, but they will do as you do. And so leading by example is important. And leading by example takes a long time. Change doesn't happen, quickly. What I always say to people, it took us many, many years to get the way we are. It's going to take us some number of years to be different. Human nature and the way that we change is always slow, but you work on it every day. I learned to take risks. One of the things that I tend to do is, I always say to people, I make 10 decisions a day. 7 of them are good, 3 of them are bad, and that's good. Because to me, it's about moving forward. We need to decide, make a decision, move forward and adjust, which means that I also admit mistakes very quickly. Knowing that I make 3 mistakes a day, I'm very, very quick to say that was a mistake, adjust, we change tomorrow. So I'm a big believer in make a decision, move forward and adjust. Don't overanalyze everything to avoid the risk. The other thing that I learned over time is to trust my instincts, frankly. We all develop instincts over time, all of us. And I am amazed at when I work with people in my organization who have terrific instincts, but they don't trust that they're making the right decision. And when I ask them about, well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to do this. Well, that's perfect. That's what we should do. Well, I wasn't. And what I always say to my staff is trust your instincts. You have good instincts. That's one of the things I look for people with good instincts that can make quick decisions. So trust them and move forward. We'll get through this. Let's just keep moving. And the other thing I took away from private sector over many, many years was that, I always had this view that those above me, that the guys who were running the company were somehow more intelligent, or somehow had something that I didn't have. And the more and more and more time I spent working in the private sector, what I learned was that they're actually not more intelligent, they're just better read. They have more time to read and learn. That learning was the key, that they were able to absorb new techniques and new methodologies and new approaches and apply them to a problem, where I was buried at some level where I was spinning and wasn't able to pull back from the treadmill to be able to apply new learning. So I was lucky enough to have that learning early on when I worked as an executive assistant to a fairly high-level person, and I could see what it was like to be in the boardroom. And I remember that day very well, where I was, wow, these guys are not actually any smarter than I am. They just have more time to apply what they learned. And I took that to heart, to try to pull back and try to adjust. I always think through, every couple of years what I've been doing, and I think about, what adjustments do I need to make? What have I not adjusted to? So those are some of the many lessons that I've taken away.